channel. My name is Taylor Marie and I am an intuitive. Today we are talking about how we can alchemize the emotion of anger and get everything you want in this lifetime. It's a great time. So I want to really quick preface this with I already went live today, but my phone overheated because we're sitting in the sun. It's 91 degrees out. And now I have the AC kick in. But I also want to tell you guys that the reflection that I had today was that my car battery died. Now, what is a reflection? Amazing questions. I'm loving that you're asking me what's going on with me. Thank you very much. Car battery dies. Everything in your world is a message, is a lesson to get you to a higher frequency, place, to understand more, to translate energy. So everything going on in your reality is a message. It is a lesson. It is a tool. And so when we see what our reality is trying to show us, we're able to create bigger and better things. So really quick, I'm an intuitive and I can read into your energy body. I can see what's going on with you. I can see why you're having the problems that you're having. And we can go deeper and deeper and deeper into this to find solutions to get you out of those problematic areas, to get you in alignment with the things that you came here to bring, do, have, and be. So, with that being said, Taylor, why did your car battery die? Just because you used your car too much, or you haven't changed your battery in a long time? Those are all valid. But the thing is this wouldn't have happened if my electromagnetic field wasn't telling me something, if it wasn't pushing out a message for me to then notice and change within what I have going on in my life. Everything is a message, down to your relationships, down to the car that you drive, down to your pets. They are all helping us get what we want. So, with that being said, everything getting us what we want is going to be an amplification of energy. You'll notice that a lot of people that have money right now are not happy. They're not happy because it's amplified every single last wound that they have. Having a lot of money doesn't equal happiness, okay? Especially if you haven't worked on yourself, it'll amplify every single wound in your face, and then you'll be left crying, screaming, and throwing up. So, I don't want that for you guys. And I want you guys to be here and understand how reflections work and how intuition works. And so that is why I am here for you. I'm making sure that my phone, I want to make sure that my phone is not overheating because that's what happened last time. Anyway, with that being said, I am here to help you guys. I'm here to help you guys. Someone asked on the chat, am I religious? I am an intuitive. I read into energy light, the light body, your electromagnetic field, and I help you guys translate why your life is cursed. For the longest time, I thought my life was cursed, you guys. I had bullets go a foot from my head when I was asleep in an apartment. I had my car repossessed. I've been evicted from an apartment. And I have just had all of these situations um, happen to me to the point where I had to find solutions. No one in this world was going to help me find a solution because everyone was scared of the things that I was going through. They were scared of seeing themselves in the version of me that I had already created. They were not as solution oriented as me, I would say. But anyway, with that being said, I just got home from the gym and I want you guys to be able to help as many people as you can in this lifetime, but we can't do that unless we see our own potentials. Now, our own potentials are going to be the things at our core. So, your ability to empathize with others, see what they're going through, heart to heart, eyes to eyes, see what people are up to. Um, Being compassionate in conversation, listening. That is that. Whoa, people love to chat. People love to talk about themselves. If you guys can listen to somebody, people pay you whatever they got. Okay, just for you to listen to them. I got 10% battery left, and my car is hot. So it's gonna be a quick one today. But we're here to alchemize this anger that's going on right now, because for the longest time, I stayed small. I stayed a little rat in the corner. Okay, that was Taylor for a long time until I got sick and tired of all of these reflections, these obstacles happening in my life to the point where I was like, forget this. I'm done with this. We're not doing that no more. I'm going to get what I want and I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Now, you have to have the same mindset. You have to have the same anger pushing you forward. You got to be sick and tired of all of the things continuously happening just to you to be like, nobody in my life has what they want. I think I'm going to go in a different direction. And that's what I did, because I was like, forget the life that y'all have. I want something else. Give me the other thing. And when I said give me the other thing, I didn't realize that everything had to be swept up from underneath me in order to build a new foundation. Okay. So when I was talking about bullets going a foot from my head, cars being repossessed, evicted from apartments, and by most standards, I would be like, that's irresponsible. You're irresponsible. But the thing was, I had created a life off of belief systems that will no longer work for me if I want the big giant life. Okay. If I want the big giant life, I have to change how I see myself. I can't be a little rat in the corner and be like, I'm the leader. That would be so silly, and everyone would laugh at me and point, and then I would cry all day. So, with that being said, I have to see myself in a different version, and that is when you decide to be somebody else. You decide to look into your core attributes that your soul gave to you in this lifetime. So, with your soul giving you attributes in this lifetime, we're able to then play around with those. What are your attributes? What does that even mean? You being able to listen to people. People, once again, love to talk about themselves. One of the core attributes of, me, for example, is I can look into details. And so that's why intuition is so important to me. I'm going to read this comment real quick that's coming up. Um, I just wanted to say that my boyfriend wants to break up with me ever since I started to eat better. Um, So we could go into the relationship situations, and that is always called a reflection. That is always called an obstacle that is meant to get us a bigger life. It is not that the person is being a menace or being a red flag. Um, it is that they are trying to show us where we are off in our approach. Okay, so I've had this a million times. I've been cheated on so many times, but it was because I was cheating myself out of my own perfectly divine aligned life. I was staying small, working at a bank when I am meant to work with animals, horses, and people. Okay, I am meant to do that, but I was cheating myself out of a life. So I had the biggest amplification of a man coming into my life and being like, I don't want to be with you, and actually I'm with another woman. That's how big my reflections got. And it hurt me so bad, you guys. It hurt me so bad. I remember getting a text and being like, I told this person, I was like, I really want you to come to the horse stables with me tonight. And he was like, actually, I have another woman. I was like, oh, somebody lock me up. I'm gonna blow up. Like, somebody do something. Because I was so wildly upset that I had. But at the time, I was working at a place that was not fulfilling me whatsoever. Whatsoever. It was not in alignment with my truest core self. And he was just amplifying that because I wasn't in alignment with my mission. I wasn't in alignment with my purpose. We all have very, very, very specific purposes that we came here to do, to be, do, and have. And it comes from your heart. Your heart is the code. Your heart is the code that we put into the field. So when I knew that I was supposed to work with dogs and horses and I was working actively at a bank, my heart is like, oh my God, like this is not for us. This is not for you. This is a life designed by your parents to make you look and seem good on the outside. But I was so empty on the inside. I remember it was just like work, home, work, home, work, home. And I was running in these circles of work, home, work, home, work, home. And nothing was fulfilling to me because I was out of alignment with who I came here to be. And I was out of alignment with my gifts. My gifts being my soul attributes, the things that my soul designed for me to have in this lifetime, which is something that we all have. We all have intuition. We all have the ability to read into the electromagnetic field or the light body. And we all have the ability to look into something called reflection. So I was talking about how my battery just died not too long ago. Went to the gas station to go fill up Miss Ruby, which is my car, with gas, fuel. I go to turn her back on. She's not turning on. Oh my God, what's happening? Your reality is a reflection of your subconscious mind. There is your conscious mind, there is your subconscious mind. They speak different languages, okay? Your subconscious mind pushes everything out into your reality that could be scary. If something is scary, your subconscious mind goes, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Oh no. Is that what's actually happening? No, that's not what's actually happening. It's just a fear based way that you have been being that is no longer in alignment with the big version of your life that you came here to live. So, for my example, my car battery died while I was at a gas station. What do we do then? Well, I got my car to start, and then I went to the car repair store, and I got a new battery. Now that's an easy thing to do, but I have to look at why did this happen. A car is no more than a messenger, a guide, if you will, in the physical. It's showing me, well, what does a car battery do? Anybody, what does a car battery do? Has detected your data breach? Girl. Someone left a silly comment. They're being so crazy. Whatever, girl. Anyway, enough of that. With my car battery dying, what? Yes, power in the ways that we turn the vehicle on. Okay, so a battery produces power to turn on the vehicle. In my life, there's 8 areas of life, you guys. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 areas of life. If you guys want to know all 8 areas, I would go onto my Instagram, DM me, or you guys can email me. I also have my podcast where all of my stories are, where I've been cheated on, evicted from apartments, cars repossessed, bullets going a foot from my head. I have those for you in detail of what happened in all of those circumstances. And I'm still here. You can't get me. You guys can't. I've also been homeless before, so that's also some lore for you. My phone battery might die. Oh no. But anyway, the car battery dying is me not having energy propelling me forward toward the things that I want to create. That is the message that my car so lovingly gave me. Her name is Ruby. Ruby said, "You need to change this in your field so that you can have a Rolls Royce someday." I don't want a Rolls Royce where my battery's dying all the time. So Ruby, my Ford Fusion, is currently showing me this thing cannot exist in your field if you want to get to the Rolls Royce. I don't want a Rolls Royce battery dying all the time. And I'm not saying maybe it's a Lamborghini, maybe it's a Ferrari, I don't know. But if I want the bigger thing, I can't have silly little things like this going on. So I have to change what was going on in my field, which meant the power behind what I am creating, which is a battery, I have to change how I'm doing this. And so a lot of energy and passion goes into the things that I talk about because I have to prove a lot of people wrong. That little nugget is going to change. My battery's not dying in my car. If all I do is like when I create something or do something or go to the gym or make a meal, if it's in the energy of I have to prove somebody wrong, using a little bit of anger and passion in there, now I want to do it. You give me a challenge. Please give me a challenge. Please tell me I can't do something because I'll use that, put it as my home screen, and I'll look at that every single day to prove you wrong, to prove whoever the hater is wrong, because you've been wrong. We got to prove these haters wrong every single day. And I'll move in silence. Y'all won't see me do it, but I'm still going to prove you wrong. And then I'll show up in a Rolls Royce, and then you'll be like, how'd you do it? You gave me enough ammunition. You gave me enough power behind everything that now I see my battery dying was the best thing that could have happened to me right now. Because I have so many people I have to prove wrong. There's so many people that wish I would stay small and quiet and a little rat in the corner. Like that would benefit them so much. So I have to do the opposite. And with intuition, we're able to see where we're off in our approach in these 8 areas. So if we're out of alignment or balance in any of the 8 areas, meaning we're not seeing the positive and the negative to all of this, if we're not seeing the positive and negative to all of this, we then become imbalanced. How old am I? How old am I? I'm 28 years old. When I was homeless for like 4 months last year. So I was 27. And I was actually living out of my car with my 2 cats. Great story. I am getting to the point on my podcast where I will get further into that and how perfectly aligned that was for my soul path, because I felt wildly unsupported, right? I felt wildly unsupported. And so through having that experience of not having a home, not having a comfortable place for me to safely stay, I found myself homeless, and I had to build myself up from the ground up. And I now live in a big house. And she lives somewhere. I live somewhere, okay? Um, but I had to know every single piece. I live in a 4,000 square foot home. But last year and a half ago, I was homeless. So a lot can change when you understand how reflections work and you find solutions to the things that are your pain points. Okay, okay. So anyway, use the momentum of proving people wrong. That's a great nugget to have with you. My phone is gonna die. I love you guys so much. If you guys have any questions for me or have any questions about the things that are going wrong in your life, feel free to not only comment down below, message me on Instagram is probably the best way to get a hold of me, or email me. You email me, okay? Love you guys with my whole heart, and I'll talk to you real soon.